the amount of awards your artist gets isn't the measure of their value, even in terms of BTS. The amount of awards BTS gets is not the value they have for their fans. Those two things should not be related. And if you are relating them, question why you're a fan. Hey everybody, today I am going to talk about my experience with the award shows this weekend. This year is the first year that I stayed up to watch them. In previous years, I've watched the performances after. You can check out some of our reactions to Mama performances in the past. You can check those out if you want. So I have seen Mama and Melon Music Award performances, the epic BTS. It was like a 37-minute performance last year, which was amazing. But this year I decided, this weekend we weren't doing anything. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to watch. So I did. Saturday, I woke up at 6 a.m. to watch the Melon Music Awards. It was about 2 hours, so that one wasn't too bad. Sunday, though, I woke up at 4 a.m. and watched the 6 hours, like 20 minutes of the Mamas, the very long Mamas. And I did stay awake, and I watched the whole thing. First off, I would just say that both award shows, I felt like, compared to American award shows like the Grammys, the American Music Awards, the VMAs, I thought both award shows were more engaging as a watcher. I originally intended to kind of mute them until I saw something I wanted to watch, and I didn't have to do that much. There weren't many parts that lagged for me where like I would just mute them and maybe work on some of my work or watch another show or something. I didn't have to do that much because I was like, it was very entertaining. I read online, some people thought they were boring. I think compared to American music shows, they were not boring at all. The performances in general are just like so much bigger, brighter, and better than what you see in American award shows. So like for me, it was exciting. So overall, I thought they were better in comparison. Moving on from that, there were like some things that I missed. So I missed Blackpink. I know that there's like some controversy with the big three in some of these award shows. There was no Blackpink. They are the biggest girl group internationally, I think. And they won a bunch of awards, and they were nowhere. They were nowhere to accept the awards. They didn't do any performances. I believe they have their reasons. I'm not judging them for that. I'm not judging the award shows because I don't know the backstory. All I'm saying is that as a fan, it was sad. And specifically, the Melon Music Awards also didn't have I don't think there was any performances by YG groups or SM groups. Tell me if I'm wrong. To me, just the big three's controversy with some of these music awards, it does make the show a little less exciting as a fan. And like I said, not judging any of the groups or any of the award shows or any of the companies because I don't know the beef. I don't know what happened. I'm sure there's fans out there that have read about it, but I think we all don't really know the backstory. So I'll just say as a fan, I missed seeing certain groups. I would have loved to see GOT7 twice, but they weren't at Melon. They were at the Mamas. So yeah, that was a little tough, but it happened. I will say the one other side effect of that, and some people commented on this on Twitter, is that you do get to see some smaller acts that I probably wouldn't have paid as much attention to. So they opened the Melon Music Awards with Choi Jung Hoon from Janabi, I think is the name of the group. I'm just learning. Sorry if I'm saying his name incorrectly. Code Kunst from AOMG and Simon D performed a beautiful song that I had never heard at the Melon Music Awards that I then immediately put on my playlist. So, there are moments where, because the big three artists weren't there, I learned new music, which is always exciting for me. Because if you watch anything on this channel, I'm a music lover. Another, downside, and this is the downside to all awards, is there are always questions about the winners. And I found it a little more even than American Music Award shows, because, and I was thinking about it after, because everyone knows I'm an ARMY. I'm a huge ARMY. That's why I even found K-pop. So like, I am in no way saying BTS didn't deserve an award they got. BTS absolutely deserves every award, in my opinion. But like, even within that, like, there's shades of just like a lack of clarity around, or it feels like a lack of clarity around who's winning and why. So it's tough, because not necessarily in the terms of BTS, because I'm not going to get into the argument of if BTS should get every dicing. I think they should. That's my opinion. You can have your opinion. I kind of even understand the other side of that argument sometimes, because it is nice to see other groups win. Like, it's nice to see other groups win. But some of the other smaller awards and stuff, like, I saw a lot of fans upset online. And I think, like, one thing to remember is these award shows all have their own judging criteria. And a lot of times judging criteria is based on, like, random taste. And they say they're music experts and whatever, but, like, sometimes it's just what people like or don't like. Or they go off numbers, but those numbers come from places that, like, we don't always understand. And so there could be flaws in how they're pulling numbers or where they're pulling numbers from, just like there is with, like, American radio play and why BTS didn't get on the Hot 100 till this year when they had the highest streaming numbers for however many years past, is because American radio play counted way more than it should have for the Billboard Hot 100. And all these award shows have criteria like that. They might have outdated criteria. They may be judging based on the wrong things. They need to fix that. It sucks for groups that work really hard. And I think one of the reasons it stuck out to me more this year is because there's so many groups there that work really hard. There were so many categories where I just looked at when I was voting even, I was like, how do you pick from this, right? Like, how do you pick one person from these options? And that just speaks to the immense amount of talent and the hard work that all these artists put in. And that's the part I want to speak to, is the immense amount of talent and the hard work that the artists put in. I hope that no artist feels like an award is the measure of their talent, because it's just not. When you look up some of the people who have never won a Grammy Award, you will be floored by some of the people that either never won a Grammy Award or took a really long time to win a Grammy Award. It is honestly downright ridiculous. So know that if you're a fan who is disappointed because your group didn't win, I know some Treasure fans were upset at the Melons. I know some NCT fans even were upset that BTS got, like, the dance category over Kick It, which, like, Kick It was a badass dance video. The choreography is amazing. And arguably Dynamite is not my favorite BTS choreography. So for them to win for that one, like I said, I think BTS is so big that at this point, they're going to win because they should, because they, on a level, they do deserve it, because they have more pressure than all these other groups too. But I also understood NCT fans. I really did, because that Kick It video was huge. I loved it. What I'll say as an older fan who's watched award shows for years is, like, A, the systems are flawed, so be mad at the systems, not the artists' fans who are upset. And B, that, like, the amount of awards your artist gets isn't the measure of their value, even in terms of BTS. The amount of awards BTS gets is not the value they have for their fans. Those two things should not be related. And if you are relating them, question why you're a fan. So, and now into some more fun stuff. Some highlights for me. BOA. I had not seen her perform live. I just recently checked out her Better video, which is her new release. She was phenomenal. I was like, I need to go find this person's music from way back in the day and listen to it. And it's on my playlist now. I loved her. I was so excited. GOT7. I was so happy to see them perform. I know they just put out new music. I reacted to one of the songs. I've also watched and listened to all the other songs, but I'm just always happy to see them. They make my heart warm and fuzzy. I like to see them get awards. I like to see them perform. They are just so talented, so down to earth, and such great humans. So yay, that was great. Another obvious one for me would be BTS. I actually personally, don't hate me, thought the Melon performance was more impactful than the Mama performance that they, like, rented out the Seoul Stadium for. The Black Swan piece. Holy, what just happened? And then as a girl who grew up with a mom who liked disco and would like dance around the house to disco, the disco dance break is freaking epic. I kind of want to break it down for you about all of the influence they put into that and how phenomenally they did it. Holy shit. So I liked the Melon performance. I also liked the Mama performance. I mean, I kind of expected when they rented out the football stadium that they would do a big band style performance. That was kind of what I was expecting a little bit. And so they did do that, and it was really good. I will say one part that was meaningful for me as a fan was Suga being a part of the end of that performance. And I actually thought that Life Goes On scene at the end where the people were all frozen around them just was so BTS. It said, the performance said everything that we all feel right now. And that song already does. If you haven't watched it, watch my reaction for that song. It says everything we feel right now. And that performance said it all too. And then him showing up, whew, don't we all wish we could see the people we can't see right now? So Jessi and Hwasa, yes. Everything about it. They brought everything about who they are to the stage. I also liked Mamamoo's performance. I'm not going to comment here, though, because I'm still in my mind about the cultural appropriation piece of their Aya performance. I have been about the video as well. Like, it's stuck with me a little while. I'm still, like, very much processing it. So I don't want to speak to that too much. But the Jessi Hwasa collabo, that was some two females that brought it all to the stage. And I was just so happy for Jessi when she won an award because she deserves it. She's been in this business a very long time. She's struggled a lot. And so I was super happy just for Jessi, honestly, like that she had this moment. And you could tell she was eating it up and soaking it in. So yay, Jessi. Taemin! I love him. I love him. He was with Boa in her performance, or BOA in her performance, and he did his own performance at the Mamas, and it was amazing, and he just is an icon. He is an absolute icon. He, hands down, there's just nobody that brings performances like Taemin. The ending... It was epic. And then some kind of standouts for me of younger groups. The first one, I still call them a younger group, kinda, is NCT. I thought the Mama performance that NCT did was, should I say, yes. I thought that was the best performance of the night, of the Mamas, of the 6.5 hour thing. I absolutely was completely enthralled in every moment of that performance. And once again, if you've ever watched this channel and you've seen me, you know I love vocals. Vocals is my thing. I love all the parts of K-pop, but vocals are it's my thing. And From Home, holy wow. Sucked in. Like I was like, oh, I felt like I was watching Shiny or somebody who just like slays. It really got me thinking that SM needs to make, like, I put this on my Twitter too, SM needs to make a Super M vocal group, like a collaboration vocal group of their best vocal performers, because SM has powerhouses, and I would love to see like a ballad album with Onu and Taeil and Baekhyun and Chen and I can keep going, Dio, and they have so many vocals, and Do-young and Jaehyun and Haechan and everybody that was in that From Home thing. Like, I want to see all ballads from SM on an album of all their best singers. Taemin, like, they have so many great singers. I'm missing a lot. Please don't be offended. I know that there are so many. The NCT performance, just they are phenomenal performers. They just tear up a stage, and they bring so much energy and precision to what they do. They're not newer. I forgot to mention them earlier, but Monsta X are like consummate K-pop professionals, man. They just like never don't deliver. They're super consistent, and there's always something in their performance where you're like, oh, yep, that's Monsta X, like, and you're excited about it, and you're into it. I thought everything they did, from like receiving their awards and their performances, was really just spot on. Who I will call new are the Stray Kids, Ateez, the Boyz mashup, where it was like it was like over 10 minutes of performances, I would bet. That was cool. It's not necessarily my style, if I'm being honest, but it was really cool. And it was the time and the effort and the talent on the stage was definitely noticed. You'll notice I didn't talk a lot about girl groups. It's not because I don't like girl groups. Like I said, I liked Mamamoo's performance. Twice's performance was good. Twice is not my style of music. There's just very few Twice songs that really get me. I love Red Velvet, but they didn't perform. And some of the younger girl groups, I was just like, they were okay for me, but I don't know why. They're just not my thing as much. Let me know if there's somebody I'm missing that I should check out, because I'm very much like an R&B hip-hop girl, and the girl groups just don't seem to bring the same energy that way for me. And like I said, I love to be proven wrong, so please, in the comments, if there's younger girl groups I'm missing, please let me know, because right now it's like, for me, a lot of the older girl groups that weren't there performing are the ones that bring that energy. And BOA, she brought that energy. That was badass. And Jessi and Hwasa. Just saying. So yeah, that was kind of my thoughts on the awards. I would do it again. I would stay up again. Probably will next year, as long as it's on a weekend. Because it was definitely fun. I actually didn't find it boring or horrible at all. Like I said, I understand some fans' frustration. That's unfortunately the nature of award shows. That's how they are. But I thought they were engaging and interesting. I will say, mamas, next year, just put it over 2 days. Just make it 2 days. It's okay. Or just cut out some of like the billion awards you give. Like, it's cool that you give all the awards, but like, if you give top 10 awards, like, I hate to say this, maybe we don't have to hear every top 10 artist speak. I take that back. That's one of the nice parts, is they all got to speak. But man, I don't know, make it shorter somehow. It was really long. Like I said, I enjoyed it, but it was really long. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to this experience. The sun is now coming in on me, as you can see. So I'm going to jump off before I lose all light. And you guys have a great day. Bye.